Your nervous system runs your entire body, and you know nothing about it. It's so interesting to me how many people don't understand how the human body works. We also don't understand how a lot of things work, like our computers and our cars, and we bring them to people to help them get worked on. So we bring our human body to doctors. But we need to learn how our human body works. We do need to take some accountability. So let's go over a concept right now, real quickly, about your nerves and how they work, okay? So your nerves include your brain and your spinal cord that comes down. Your brain and your spinal cord, that's called your central nervous system. CNS, central nervous system. That is your CEO of your body. It is what runs everything in your body. It is the control panel. Out of the central nervous system is what's called your peripheral nerves. Your peripheral nerves, you've got 12 really important peripheral nerves that come out of your brain. So boop, 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 boop. We'll pretend there's 12 there. And then a ton of peripheral nerves that come out of your spinal cord that go to your arms and your legs and to every organ in your body. These peripheral nerves are so stinking cool, and I want you to learn more about those. I'm going to go in more detail about that in another video. But the way I want you to think about your body, if you are somebody who is spiritual, is I want you to think about you are a soul, you are a spirit, and the brain is the connection point between your spirit and your physical body. And it's what helps you to feel everything you're feeling, experience everything you're experiencing, and it communicates back down to the body. So these peripheral nerves, they're constantly sending messages up the spinal cord. The spinal cord may or may not send that message to the brain. That's called an input. So if what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, what I'm feeling, those are inputs that the peripheral nerves, they sense. They send the message up to our CEO. The brain then processes the message. So we've got inputs, processing. The brain is processing, and then the brain is going to determine an output. My handwriting's horrible, but it is what it is. So the output, that is what the brain has decided. So for those of you who are in pain, this is an interesting blow moment, is the brain is actually consciously deciding to be in pain. That's an output it decided based on all of the inputs from the peripheral nerves going up to the brain, based on all the past memory and information that it has. That's how it's processing it. And if it thinks there's what I call too much danger, it's going to have an output that we don't like, an output of pain, burning, tingling, heavy pressure, depression, stress, anxiety, fatigue, lack of motivation. Those are all outputs that the brain determines when there's too much danger that's happening based on what's coming in, the inputs, and how it's processing the information.